Hello there, and welcome to the third episode of Why You're Bad. First of all, I'd like to say that it's my debut on YouTube, and I really hope you guys are liking this series so far, because I sure love making it. Now onto the subject of today's video. As my previous episode was about map knowledge, it seemed natural to tackle this topic. Why You're Bad number 3. Learn to read the minimap. Some of you may be laughing right now, but you'd be surprised to see how many people are not comfortable reading a map, and for whom understanding it seems really hard. But don't worry, I'm here to the rescue. Map reading is an essential skill to have in War Thunder, because not only does it allow you to precisely know where you are, relatively to your own team or to the enemy team, but it also gives you informations which are essential to have good games. In arcade battles, newer players tend to forget to learn to read the map because, since enemies have giant markers over their tanks, one just have to turn its turret to instantly spot an enemy. As such, reading the map becomes irrelevant. But when transitioning from AB to realistic battles, it can be a real struggle to understand the minimap. Why is it important, you may ask? Well, when your team marks an enemy tank, or when a light friendly marks someone, the icon of the said enemy tank will be displayed on the map. If you know the map well enough because you know how to read it, you are instantly aware of the enemy's position relatively to you, and you can proceed to an easy kill if you're in the close vicinity, or if you have a clear visual on him from the other side of the map. But more importantly, you can call the position of an enemy to your team, so they can help you to get out of a tricky situation. To do this, all you have to do is to hold the left Alt key on your keyboard, which will trigger the mouse cursor, and then click on the precise location on the minimap. As simple as that. But of course, to be accurate with this technique, you need to know how to read the map. If you didn't know, you can tweak your minimap a bit. You can change its size, for which I recommend you to put it at max, so you'll have an easier time seeing the details of the map, making pointing on it a lot easier. Furthermore, when in-game, you can zoom in and out of your minimap by using the mouse cursor, the one you make appear with the Alt key, and then scrolling on your mouse wheel over your minimap. Also present in the option, you can choose to tell the game to remember the zoom state you left your minimap in on each map, but I recommend you to ignore that option as it can give you trouble when you forgot you zoomed your map. But take note that zooming in can be useful to be as accurate as possible when trying to pinpoint a location. Finally, never, ever change the opacity, as it will only mess your reading of the map. Okay, so let's review the very basics of map reading. As a general rule of map drawing, higher altitudes or heights, such as mountains or even hills, are made in brighter colors, while lower altitudes or depths are in darker colors, as seen here, for example, on Eastern Europe. On my position, I'm right next to a hill, while I'm in a small valley, and as you can see on the minimap, the hill on my left is brighter, and the valley I'm in is darker. Thanks to this information, it is possible to see on the map even before the match starts where the vantage points are if you plan on playing as a rich sniper. Regarding your own position, in War Thunder it's easy to locate where you are since your cursor is showing on the map. But what about an enemy you just spot and you want to pin them? The answer? POI, or Points of Interest. The key is to locate where the enemy is relatively to something you will have an easy time finding on the map. As an example, here we are on Alaska, and after driving my pasta car like there's no tomorrow, I stopped to scout for targets. I notice a BT-7 and several other targets just next to the gas station, so I just have to look for the gas station on the minimap and click there. And there you have it, my friends. There's really not much to say about map reading since it's essentially tied to your knowledge of the map you're on, which is exactly the topic of my previous video. Almost as if someone made this episode in a specific order. How peculiar. I'll leave a link in the description. All jokes aside, I hope this episode will prove useful to you. It was a bit shorter than the previous one, but I really think that your map reading skill can mainly be enhanced by your knowledge of the map. The more you know how a map is constructed, the more you will be able to read it. Anyway, guys, be sure to leave a comment if you want to add something, if I happen to forget anything, or if you have questions. As for me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.